bodhicitta. It will motivate us to keep and protect this precious or this beneficial bodhicitta. And to keep this bodhicitta, we need to avoid the downfalls. Actually, there are 14 root downfalls. Although these 14 root downfalls is same number and same name as it is mentioned in the Vajrayana during the major empowerment. It mentioned about the 14 root downfalls, but this one and that one is different. That one is the 14 root downfalls of the Vajrayana or the Anuttara Yoga Tantra. And this one is the 14 root downfalls which is mentioned in the explanation of the Bodhicitta. So although it has same number and same name, but these two are different, completely different. These two are separate. So here, I would like to make effort, or I will try to explain the 14 root downfalls that are mentioned or that are explained during the Bodhicitta explanation. So there are 14, and the first one is using the triple gems offering or wealth for oneself. So it means if someone offer a cloth to a Buddha statue, and if we snatch the cloth from the Buddha statue, and if we make clothes for oneself, then it is not right. That means we are using the wealth of triple gem to oneself. This one is especially we are using the wealth of Buddha to oneself. And then if someone gives donation to publish a Dharma book, or if someone gives nice cloth to wrap the Dharma book, etc. So these things, this money or these nice clothes that are meant to publish the Dharma book or that are meant to wrap or cover the Dharma book, if we use these things or this money or these clothes for oneself and not using for the Dharma books, then that is also not right. And if someone makes offering to the monastery, if someone makes offerings to the monks and nuns, and if we use this money that are meant for monks and nuns, if we use this money for oneself or for one's own family members, then it is not right. So all these are first root downfall, which means using the wealth of triple gem to oneself or one's own family members and friends that are not the right object. Of using such things. And then second one is abandoning the holy Dharma, which means abandoning the holy Dharma refers to abandoning the realization. Or if you abandon the holy Dharma, which is the right method, which is the right path to attain Buddhahood, if we abandon such path, such dharma, then it is the second root downfall. And then the third root downfall is those monks and nuns who are not keeping their moral conduct purely, but still, as a layperson, if we, or as a third person, or from if another person try to snatch the dharma rods from them because knowing they are not keeping the right moral conduct. So even they are not keeping the right moral conduct, from our point of view, from others' point of view, if you try to disrobe or if you try to snatch the dharma robes, then it's a fault from our side. So if one is not monk or nun, if one cannot keep their own vows, then they should take out their own dharma robes. And we are not the one that should say, you are not allowed to wear dharma robes, or if we try to snatch their dharma robes by force, then it is not right. Then it's good done for our own side. From our point of view, it is done for us. So here I'm not talking not keeping the moral conduct is not, or not keeping the moral conduct is right. Not keeping the moral conduct is not right for them. But from our side, if you try to snatch the dharma robe, then it is not right. Although they are not keeping the right moral conduct, but from our side, if you try to snatch, or if you try to beat them, or try to prison them, or try to give punishment to them, etc., are not right. So it indicates if doing such thing is root downfall, then snatching dharma robes from monks and nuns who are keeping the pure moral conduct, then no need to mention doing such thing is a root downfall. Even doing these things to those who are not keeping the pure moral conduct is root downfall, then there's no need to mention that if it does such thing to those who are really keeping the pure moral conduct. So anyway, not only those who are keeping the pure moral conduct, but those who are not keeping the pure moral conduct also, we should not snatch their dharma robes, or we should not beat, or we should not harm or prison them, etc. And fourth root downfall is wrong view. Not believing in the law of karma or cause and effect, not believing in the triple gem, or thinking whether this is true or not, or having such doubt or having such hesitation is not right. Such thing is root downfall. So here I'm not talking we should have blind faith in the law of karma or in the triple gem, but one can use logical reason. The more logical reason that one uses, the more better understanding one can have on the triple gem, or one can have stronger belief on the triple gem and on the law of karma, etc. And the fifth root downfall is doing heinous crimes, like 5 heinous crimes: killing one's own paternal father, mother, and killing arhat, and with a negative thought, shedding blood from Buddhas, or dividing the Sangha at the time of Buddha. Although actually dividing any Sangha at any time is not right, but to be a to be a heinous crime, or to be one of the 5 heinous crimes, then such dividing should be done at the time of Buddha. And not only that, I think it has a few factors that can become the 5th of heinous crime. Not all the divisive speech, or not all the dividing of Sangha is the 5th heinous crime, although it's serious but not the heinous crime. So anyway, doing 5 heinous crime is the 5th one. And then there are 8 other downfalls that can be that can damage or destroy, that can destroy, I think, the Bodhichitta vow. So first is, without having the Bodhichitta, without developing the Bodhichitta, and without accumulating great merit, if one explains about the ultimate view, then it is not right. And second is, those who are on the Mahayana path and practicing the 6 perfections, etc. And for such person, if one say, following the Bodhisattva's way of life or acting according to the Bodhicitta is difficult. It is very difficult. So don't follow this path. Don't follow the Mahayana path or Bodhisattva's way of life, and change the path and follow the path of attaining Sharavaka and practical Buddha state. By giving such advice, such wrong advice, and then converting them from Mahayana to other path, doing such conversion is, or try to do such thing is, I think, the second one. And third one is those who are keeping the Patimoksha vow, those who are keeping the vow, like those who are keeping the Vinaya vows, and saying these are Vinaya vows, so one should not keep these vows, and one should not keep these vows and do something else, follow the Mahayana path. Actually, Vinaya path also has different kinds. Not all the Vinaya path is non-Mahayana path. With the Bodhicitta, one can keep the Vinaya vows like Bhikshu vow and other Vinaya vows, and such Vinaya vows is proper to keep according to the Mahayana tradition. It will not violate, or it will not be against the Bodhicitta vow. Actually, with the Bodhicitta vow, one should keep these Vinaya vows. But if one say keeping these Vinaya vows is completely different from Mahayana path, and one should give up these vows and just follow the Mahayana, then it's not right. Because even in the Mahayana path, one can keep the Vinaya vows based on Bodhicitta vow, or based on right motivation, or based on the motivation of the Mahayana, which is like developing the infinite compassion and Bodhicitta. And fourth one, having a strong, I think fourth and fifth is like having a strong attachment to wealth and to receive, and having a strong attachment to receive respect from others, like receiving praise, receiving respect, receiving many things from others. So with such motivation, with such intention, with such selfish intention, and then one talks about one's own quality and once even criticize others, then it is not right. That is against the bodhicitta. And the sixth one is, in order to gain great fame, in order to become a very famous person, and also in order to gain respect and wealth, for that purpose, saying one has the right view and one has attained such and such result. So those who wish to attain Buddhahood should follow me. And when I attain Buddhahood, at that time you will also become Buddha, or you will also attain Buddhahood. Telling such a lie or deceiving in such way to others is the sixth one. And then seventh one, if one is going to a person like king or ministers and saying and telling them that they are competitors or those who are competing to them, making a divisive speech between those who are competing to them and themselves. So making a divisive speech between them and making them to fight, or making them to be more disharmony, or causing them to fight against each other. Like saying to the minister that that person is criticizing you, that person is saying very bad things about you, so that cause this minister to hate that person. And because of that, then they have more disharmony, it causes more fighting against each other. So here I'm talking about within the followers of the Buddha, within the Dharma friends, if we try to cause within the Dharma friends to have more fight or more disharmony, then it's not right, etc. And the eighth one, those who are great meditators, and if they have great followers, and one is not doing meditation, one is doing other practice, and thinking that if these meditators have great followers, then it might cause problem for oneself, because it might cause for us to lose our followers or lose our sponsors, etc. So with such intention, with such selfish intention, if one tries to criticize the meditators and try to divert their followers to oneself, etc. So in short, there are 14 root downfalls. First 5 and then next 8. So there are 14 root downfalls. So we should we should always, at the moment, when I explain, I just explain in a rough way. Roughly, I explain these things. I didn't explain in a accurate way because of lack of knowledge and lack of English. So anyway, these 14 true downfalls is something that we must know, and we must avoid these. By avoiding these things, then it will help us to keep our bodhicitta in a pure way. It will protect our bodhicitta. If we can avoid these, then it will protect our bodhicitta, and it will enhance our bodhicitta, and our bodhicitta will go forward, and our bodhicitta will have more and more progress, and eventually one can attain Buddhahood for the sake of all the sentient beings without any exception. And also there are many other rules or precepts that one should follow, like generally one should remember the shortcomings of the samsara, and also one should also remember the faults of gaining nirvana for one's own sake, and one should think all the sentient beings are one's own dear parents or dear ones or close ones, and also one should know the cause and effect, the law of karma as much as possible, and then follow it by having the right abandon and adoption. So it means one should know what is to be adopted and what is to be abandoned, and after knowing that, one should follow it properly without making any mistake. And then specific rules, such as after developing the wishing bodhicitta, first one should try to put effort not to decrease this bodhicitta, not to damage this bodhicitta. So for that, one should not have discouraged. Even have discouraged thoughts by thinking, I cannot attain Buddhahood for the sake of all the sentient beings. If we have such discouragement, then that can damage the bodhicitta. So one should think, even the insects, even the tiny insects, if they develop bodhicitta, then they can also attain Buddhahood. Actually, it is said in the Bodhisattva Chayavatara by the great Nalanda master Shantideva that even the tiny flies or insects, even they can attain Buddhahood if they generate or develop the bodhicitta. So why cannot we? Why can't we? At the moment, we have the precious human life, which is very difficult to obtain from many different points of view, and we have met the Buddha Dharma, we have met the qualified Guru. So we have all these favorable conditions to practice. So when we have such favorable conditions, then why cannot we attain Buddhahood? There's no reason why we cannot. So there's no reason for us to have the discouragement or discouragement thoughts. So we should overcome from such thought, or we should not have this kind of discouragement thought, and try to keep and protect this bodhicitta, and also try to avoid all the other unfavorable conditions that can damage the bodhicitta. And then also we should follow the methods to increase the bodhicitta, like meeting qualified master, receiving teaching from qualified master, and reflecting on the ultimate or the inconceivable qualities of the Buddha and Dhamma and Sangha, especially the ultimate qualities of Buddha, and generating sincere or unshakable faith. And also try to remember the benefits of bodhicitta and try to put effort to practice the loving kindness and compassion to all the sentient beings without any exception, etc. So in short, for the sake of all the sentient beings, one wish to attain Buddhahood. So we should keep this kind of wish all the time without any break. We should always keep this kind of wishing bodhicitta in our mind all the time. And then for the engaging bodhicitta, first we should abandon the cause that can damage the engaging bodhicitta, like there are actions that can damage the engaging bodhicitta, like deceiving the guru or qualified master, or deceiving those sincere practitioners or others. And also so it means even as a joke, one should not deceive the guru, or one should not deceive spiritual masters or holy beings. And even as a joke, one should not say to others when they do good things, one should not say this is not right or this is a bad thing to do, etc. Even as a joke, one should not say it. And also, or if one say like this as a joke, and after that if one does not have regret, then it is not right. And even as a joke, one should not criticize or use harsh words to bodhisattvas. So, and even as a joke, for one's own sake, one should not deceive others, etc. So these things can damage the engaging bodhicitta. So therefore, one should abandon all these unfavorable conditions that can damage the engaging bodhicitta and try to follow the methods that can really enhance or increase our own bodhicitta. So even one knows, or intentionally, one should not tell any negative lie, and also without any deceptive thoughts, one should be in the presence of all the sentient beings, or one should help all the sentient beings mentally and practically try to help as much as possible. And one should have very high respect to all the bodhisattvas, and one should praise them to all the others or to everyone. And try to lead them on the right path, and try to make others to have the bodhicitta and follow the bodhicitta, or to practice the bodhicitta and follow the bodhisattva's way of life, etc. So these things can really help to increase or enhance the engaging bodhicitta. So today I just explained the meaning of bodhicitta and then benefits and precepts of bodhicitta. Mainly I cover these three topics of the bodhicitta. Actually, bodhicitta has many topics, and it's very deep and it has very deep and profound meaning. But today I just focus on these three topics of the bodhicitta. So with this, I conclude my short talk on bodhicitta, and I sincerely wish that all of you can really understand and follow the bodhisattva's way of life and keep the bodhicitta all the time. And through this, all of you can really gain temporary and ultimate happiness, or the Buddhi, or the Buddhahood, for the sake of all the sentient beings. And at last, I sincerely wish that with the blessings of our root guru and Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha be with you now and always. Thank you.
On behalf of all our Dharma brothers and sisters in Spain, and on behalf of all Dharma brothers and sisters all over the world, Your Holiness, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. A very wonderful and inspiring teaching. We will try our best to reflect on it and put it into practice. May Bodhicitta be our guiding star, our inspiration for many lifetimes to come. Thank you so much. And now, friends, please join me in some dedication prayers and some brief long life prayers for the long life of His Holiness and all teachers. 当是来的真多代，但有的个也没是所有是。Now we'll do the next sequence. Aden Zawe Lama Rinpoche La Yi Chi Wo Prime De Shu Aden Rinpo Yone Shin Shu Gu Shun Tu Ge Hong Shu Sa Du Aji Rawe Yowe Shintan Bedan De Wa Ma Du Shu Ben Zhe De Zi Wan De Zhen Ya Zu Sha Be Se De Wa Du Zhen Yu Na Wan Yu Zhu La De Zhong Jie Zhou Jun Da Zi De Chen Dong Na Dong He De Ba Du Ba Wei Zhi De Sha Be Wa Yi Ya Bu Sha Zi Shu. Now we'll do the long life prayer of His Holiness Sakya Trizin. The long life prayer of His Holiness Sakya Trizin. 不作此一事言把没用，不作此言南无大雅麦，不作雅大珠巴的世界，不作大巴当被弄入错。那万万处等不沙万有在中中的中中中也是，只是那真知做真不做，方表我也愿主杀真所。诸多要为看书认真所知多知没多知我能解知的那位上书有了解阳光灯本也埋下的所大的是要马做眼不住，也中央不样的，我不接触门口为难的难民的，也没马为生也下的说。拉松之没给别下世俗，若为家中途也是因，当被所有怒主路之真，多的往处处都杀的所。要让主人生也只是此，就是那也就是要到来，往有若不灭多过罗用，要的要做大业，杀的所。就是这真正也可有的那我人
chen chen kyun ji ka lo yu lama do je su me jo me ki ta shi ge zi yu lu ba yu shi.
Now our well wishes for the long life of all the teachers.
Gong zhou rin che sun ye xin la tan zhou shuo tu wei zhu ma su ba yao wei ten si yao dan jia si su gu se shi ji de ye yu ma ma kong ga san la su wa de shu tu gu zi ren la su wa de zhi le da shi ye la su wa zi la ma zha wa me pa ji ye gu zi ren wu shi du zhen pa dan ten zi nian ta xin du sa wa dan ye za na ta ta bu ju pa ji ta shi de jian de shu.
Thank you so much, Dharma friends. With this, we conclude the session, the event.